let's do another collection video, and this one is actually going to be for the Super Nintendo. Um, little background of my Super Nintendo experience. I never had one when I was a kid. I did play it because a lot of my friends had Super Nintendos. Meanwhile, I had the Genesis. And, to this date, I'm actually still more of a Genesis fan than a Super Nintendo fan. I have both systems complete in box. One is actually put away, and then you'll see my Genesis is right here. So it kind of tells you which one I still prefer to this day. Um, I'll probably get a lot of negative comments about that, but it's just the way it is. Anyways, I did play this as a kid. I went to a buddy's house and would play like games like Super Mario Brothers, Super Off Road, a lot of Maddens and NHL games because that's kind of what we used to play when we were kids. And really, that was my extent of my experience with the Super Nintendo. About 6 years ago, I picked one up off eBay, and like I said, I picked it up complete in box, and it came with 3 games. And I still have all 3 games to this date, and definitely happy to have all 3. The system was complete in box, also came with 2 complete in box games as well, and then 1 loose game. And I ended up paying $100 for everything, which, if you compared the prices today to what I paid for back then, I definitely think I scored a really great deal. Back then, I thought it was a little bit high. This was before going to thrift stores and all that. And, I didn't want to turn it down because it was in such great shape. So I ended up, spending that $100 and picking it up, and kind of happy I did because a system alone right now, if it's in mint condition the way I have my system, that system would go for 150 easy, if not more. So, anyways, still looking to get a lot of boxes for these games. Kind of doing them gradually, similar to the way I do with the N64. It'll come in time, and if they don't, then so be it. But if I come across them, I'm going to pick them up. So, anyways, let's get into the actual games. Very first game here is Batman Returns, and this game is actually drastically different than the one on the Sega Genesis. And I have to say, in my opinion, I actually prefer this one better than the Genesis. Just because I really do like games like Streets of Rage and Final Fight. And this one here is actually like a beat 'em up just like those 2 games. The Genesis version is kind of a side-scrolling platformer, so it's still really good, but out of the 2, I'd go with this one. Next up is Battletoads and Double Dragon, Battletoads in Battle Maniacs, Contra 3, The Alien Wars, Donkey Kong Country 2, Donkey Kong Country 3, Doom, Earthworm Jim 2, F-Zero, Final Fantasy 2, Final Fantasy 3, Final Fight, Flintstones, King of Monsters, The Lion King, Mech Warrior 3050, Mega Man X, which I actually picked up off A. Crosby 1099. He gave me a great deal on it, so I really couldn't turn that one down. Secret of Evermore, and I actually picked up Secret of Evermore and Secret of Mana at a Salvation Army in the US, and they had about, when I got there, I was actually about to walk out, and I happened to look by the cash, and I'm glad I did because they probably had about 30 loose Super Nintendo games, and I ended up buying about 20 of them. They were all $3.99 a piece, and like I said, I picked up about 20. Ended up keeping most of them actually, and selling the rest and making my money back on the ones I sold. But Secret Evermore and Secret of Mana were both included in that find. That's probably one of my best finds I've ever had, actually. Street Fighter 2, which is the loose game that came with the system. Street Fighter 2 Turbo, Super Bomberman, which was also another one of those games that was at the Salvation Army. Super Ghouls and Ghosts, which is again another one of those games. Super Off-Road, Super Mario World, Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island, which was again a part of that deal at Salvation Army. Super R-Type. This is actually a pretty fun game. It's kind of reminds me of the old R-Type series on the Master System. A lot of fun though. This is what the hell is this one called? I'm not really that big a Star Wars fan, but this is Super Empire Strikes Back, Super Star Wars, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Turtles in Time. This was another one of those games at the Salvation Army. So whoever traded these games in had an amazing collection. I don't know why he traded them in. Next up is WWF Raw, which it's an LGN game, and actually WWF Royal Rumble as well is an LGN game. A lot of people bash LGN, but these two games are amazing. I used to play these on the Genesis and absolutely loved them. So I ended up picking them up both on the Genesis and the Super Nintendo. Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past, Zombies Ate My Neighbors, which was again another one of those games that was at the Salvation Army for $3.99. And I do have a loose Super Game Boy. Moving on to the boxing complete games, I have Captain America. I have a cleaning kit, complete in box. I think it's missing like the pads that you use to clean them. Donkey Kong Country. Picked this up from a guy who actually runs the Waterloo video game swap. So he's out in Kitchener area, and I talked him down to, I think it was like $30, complete in box. This also came with Donkey Kong 64, and I ended up getting them for $30 a piece. Next up is Pilot Wings, which came with the system. Super Punch-Out, Star Fox, which also came with the system. Super Mario All-Stars, which is actually funny because when I was laying out these games to do the collection video, I came across another copy of these in my loose Super Nintendo game, so now I apparently have an extra copy. Next up is a boxed and complete Super Nintendo controller. Super Star Wars Return of the Jedi, which I got complete from A. Crosby 1099. Super Mario Kart. Another really fun wrestling game is Super WrestleMania, again made by LGN. And lastly, X-Men Mutant Apocalypse, and I picked this up on eBay. I got it for about $15 complete, and the price has since risen a little bit, so definitely happy to have that one. So anyways, that is the Super Nintendo collection. Hope you guys enjoyed. Until next time, take care.